Hibble, you checking periscope?
I am. We have a ship at bearing, heading 250. It's within periscope range, at least I can make it out pretty well. Let me just check its distance. I'm kind of struggling to see for the waves.
Yeah, we can go another meter up on the periscope if you like.
Yeah, that would be ideal, please.
All right, so Admiral, if you would please look at the left lever up above. Just move it a little bit, make that gauge now, just that gauge dial, whatever needle, go up to 9 meters. Just move it slowly. Admiral, copy.
Say what?
Raise the submarine to 9 meters. The upper left lever. So the lever needs to be moved slowly, and watch the depth gauge. Bring us up to 9 meters.
How do I move around?
You have to right click your mouse and then hold W to walk and shift key if you want to run. Are you close enough to the lever to click on it?
Okay. What depth?
9 meters. Just use the lever very sparingly. And seal it when you're done. Captain, does that look good?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
So, Captain, you want to say maintain depth.
Maintain depth.
Got it.
Maintaining depth. Aye, sir. This game is pretty cool. Man.
So, Admiral, your battery on the left side there is counting down faster than the right battery. Even though you're not using the right battery, you personally are not using it. All the systems on the sub are draining it slowly. Okay?
Where's the battery meter?
The numbers where it said 4,800 that we talked about earlier, upper left.
Oh, right, yeah.
The battery one is being used heavily, the other one's slowly burning. The batteries will never stop no matter what you do. They permanently are on like a real slow burn, probably because of all the light bulbs. But we are doing the best conservation that we possibly can because we made sure the starter buttons are turned off. Remember the starter buttons on the left side?
Yeah, starter ignition.
Okay, so
I haven't used those yet.
No, we'll get to that. That's only when we service. But you see the upper battery indicator is down at 4,190 and counting down, right?
Yep.
Now I want you to watch that because it's going to go faster. I'm going to turn on the starter button right now. You see those numbers going faster? Wait a minute. Now. See them going faster?
Yep.
Admiral?
Yeah, you're wasting power.
I did that because I wanted you to see how fast they will burn if you forget and leave the starter buttons turned on. Okay? They go a lot faster. And we don't want that. I just was doing a demonstration. All right, Captain, do you want any help on the TDC?
Yes, I'm just I'm wondering how you work out the speed. I've measured the distance and I've measured the time taken for it to move its length as being 15 seconds, and I can't remember how to get the readout from the stadimeter.
Okay, so one of the important things is to look at the two black dials around the lens of the periscope. That's called a circular slide rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can use your mouse to drag either dial, the outer dial or the inner dial.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to do is look on the outer dial for the number 100.
Mm-hmm.
So the outer dial 100 needs to go move over to the inner dial 15. 15 is your stopwatch time.
Okay.
So move that 100. I'm watching you now. Move the outer 100, which is 100 meter destroyer ship length. So
Yeah.
the length of the destroyer needs to match up with.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Did you move your dial?
Yes. So I've got 100 on the outer, 15 on the inner.
That's correct. Now you go back to the inner dial and look at the number 1.
Uh-huh.
What outer number is matched up with the inner number 1?
6.8, I think.
Okay, good. So you go to the target speed, on the target speed TDC computer, and you put in 6.8.
Okay. 6.8. Oh, I don't have a 6.8.
You put it in between, you'll be good enough.
Yeah.
Close enough, like hand grenades.
Good stuff. Okay, so 3,000.
His range has probably changed while we were talking, so you're going to double check everything.
He's changed direction, so it's still waiting.
Yeah. And do you understand angle on the bow?
Yes, I'm just not very good at it.
Well, let's look at it like this. If he's going directly left on your screen or directly at you, that's 2 out of 3 choices.
Yeah.
The other, there's a lot more choices, but the 3 main ones would be the halfway point. So that means he's directly coming at you at a 45-degree angle to your left or to your right.
Yeah.
You could choose those kind of basic settings as you do your first torpedoes, and eventually you'll learn to fine-tune it. So you're saying that he's coming at us and he's going a little bit to our right.
Yes, correct. I believe. No, he's not.
Yeah, he's actually going a lot to our right.
Yeah, he's turned a little bit more than when I first looked at it.
Okay. Just, move the dial to 75, 80. Yeah, you're good there. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Admiral, question? You have a question? Go ahead.
How do I move around again?
Right-click the mouse and then move W, A, S, and D. Or add the shift key if you want to run.
Done.
Try running.
We're gonna run.
When the Admiral tells you to run, you ask him how far and how fast. You're the Admiral. So how far and how fast do you want to run?
What kind of submarine is this?
Swedish, but we don't know anything other than that.
Cool.
It's a temporary model, or it's
Swedish.
alpha stage, yeah. It's not even historical. This is called an alternate historical game, so it's sort of for fun, just to give
Actually,
you...
that's new.
Yeah. Your periscope's range says 3241. You got the mast height 45. Your computer says 3560 or 3360, counting down. But if you're quick, you can fire. I'm here to help you if you want me to move the numbers while you call the numbers.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I was just being a little bit cautious because the ship's been making... It's kind of been doing a bit of a turn off to port, but it seems to have stabilized just now, so let me just...
Well, rule number 1, we have unlimited torpedoes, so you can learn as much as you want, firing like crazy. Rule number 2 is, you might be a little too short. The torpedoes will blow up exactly at the distance you tell them to blow up, or they'll blow up on impact. So it's always better to set the range a little bit further.
Yeah.
Is this... Excuse me. Is this a pseudo World War II simulation?
It's called alternate World War II history. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's just this is an addition because the Swedish did not actually engage militarily in World War II. They were neutral. And so the developers said, hey, we're from Sweden. Why don't we just make a Swedish sub? And the other guy said, well, that's not historical. But yeah, but we'll just make it an alternate history game. Oh, okay. Smoke another joint.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, it's just for fun. And so what they're also doing is they're not going to force you to go out on the water for 6 months just to get to the target. They're going to give you accelerated speeds, meaning that your sub can go 30 knots on the surface. In real life, that never happened, okay? Because they want you to get to the target area quickly and have fun with your 4 friends, all in the same sub. Make sense?
Problem is, when you're in combat, that doesn't make sense.
Well, if you're in combat, you shouldn't be on the surface. And therefore, you're going to be going at the underwater speeds. And those are a little faster than normal, but not too much.
5 knots?
Well, we chose 5 knots. We could go faster. I just wanted you to
Should
take
we
it easy.
surface and recharge the battery, or is there enemy inside?
There are enemies in sight. Did you hear the torpedoes he just fired? They went whoosh.
Well,
Did
you
have your
told
sound?
him to.
Well, I just want to know if you're receiving the sound signals from the hoster. So if you're hearing the sound effects, good. If not, you need to turn up your game sounds. Just checking.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Okay. All right. So what we're doing is we're firing on the target, which is nearby, and he would kill us if we surfaced. And as soon as he's dead, then there won't be any subs or surface ships very close, and we could then surface for a brief moment. There will be airplanes. They don't attack. They just report your position, which means the next destroyers will immediately start heading toward you.
Now I know what it felt like to be Scotty in Star Trek.
Well, that's one of the things they said is we developed this game on the basis of Artemis, and Artemis is a spaceship simulator with 4 consoles. 4 people run a single starship, and yes, you can do the engineering role, and you can actually role play Scotty if you want to. It's kind of cool.
No, this is
Graphics are
better.
outdated. Yeah, this is nice.
I mean, if it was the original Star Trek. No,
So-
this makes
so-
more sense.
Hey, Hibble, just let us
User
know if you
joined
get
your
a
channel.
detonation.
Yeah, just waiting. No sign of torpedo impact yet. I missed. Oh, I hit it!
What do you got?
Yeah! Okay,
Did
we
hit the ship?
have 1 confirmed kill. We're clear to surface for a brief moment to recharge the batteries.